You're listening to the Warlord Radio Podcast.
That's a good intro right there. All right, so here we are with another episode of Warlord Radio. I'm Craig.
I'm Carrek. Welcome to the metal, punk, hardcore, underground podcast with the least amount of hair.
Yes. So we got some special guests with us tonight. These gentlemen run a punk collective called The Shit House.
Used to till the policia came around.
Right.
Till the landlord.
What's your name, Mom?
What's your name?
I'm Justin, but they call me Mom.
I was saying to Craig off screen, I've met two dudes in my life named Mom, and both of them sold heroin. I'm just saying.
Who says I don't? I don't know you well enough.
Legend.
We're just trying to go to sleep on time. Okay?
Three for three. There you go.
They count me off my heroin selling hours. Let me be for real.
So that is a 100% success rate with the nickname Mom for heroin dealers, right?
Dude. You know what I'm saying? We're just trying to take care of the kids,
I got you.
I got you. And then, who else do we have here tonight?
So my name is Dane. I am the masculine half of our sexist marriage. My name. So I don't know. I guess we've been running this shit house now for like what, 4 months now, 5 months now for the police came down.
Yeah, we went about a good 6 months before, and it wasn't even the cops. Like the cops didn't really care. It was that people started calling my landlord.
Yeah.
I'm doing things at that house, and I don't like it.
There's music coming out of there.
I was at a meeting at work, and I get a call, and it's like, hey, so you're like throwing these extravagant parties, and how many people live in your house? I'm like, there's no one living there.
I've been to
I
those
just have parties
parties
for my friends. And they're like, well, respect the neighbors. Well, I want to get a permit for the next one. Well,
it's really
all
hard.
The cops care about the permit. And I was like, all right.
It's really hard to respect your neighbors when you're like, balls drunk, screaming punk rock songs at 3 a.m.
Right.
We love them. I just wish they loved us more.
Right. All right. So for those that don't know or haven't been to a punk show around here anyway, describe what the shit house was, because it was essentially
it was
a place for underground bands to play.
I'm sure you played at the Shed.
We did.
Everybody's played at the Shed, but I don't know what it was. I don't know if it was the setup of the living room or just the size of our yard, but there was something that was fucking amazing.
It really
about
was.
The Shit House. Like, we still hear people at the Shed talking about, oh my God, this show I saw at the Shit House.
It kind of set itself up perfectly to have a shitload of people in the
And what happened was
around.
we were hanging out really drunk one night, and my ex had moved down. The house was really clear, and I stepped back into the farthest part of the fucking thing. I was like, you could have a mosh pit and step away and be at the back of the house and still see the band.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, we need to throw shows.
Right.
Like it just kind of lined up perfectly.
Snowballed. Like, we didn't plan, we didn't do shit. We're just like, we're just going to fucking do it.
Right on,
We're just going to
man.
clear the living room. We're just going to do it. And we learned as we went.
To be honest, the real motivation for all that was the fact that Justin just did not want to have to drive to a punk show anymore. He's like, fuck it, put it in the living room.
I don't have time.
Yeah, you know what I mean? It's like, hey, 12 o'clock comes around, we're like, all right, guys, thanks for coming out to the show, and get the fuck out of here. I'm going to go to bed.
So many pissed off people. When I'm coming to the backyard,
No
you got to
Uber.
get the fuck out. You got to get the
There's
fuck
no
out.
backpack in your car.
They're like,
There's no fucking
I don't care.
No, hey, I left my backpack in your car. Like, can I get a ride? Like, nah.
You guys got
fuck
5
out.
minutes to start stepping, or I'm going to start chucking bottles.
By the time this joint is done, y'all are gone. Like, straight up, dude.
I mean, not that much, but it was more like, hey, look, like, we're trying to get the cops not called. Like, the whole thing was that we
And
wanted
guess what
our
happened?
shows done by like 10:30, 11, and only on Fridays and Saturdays, and we thought that would be a thing, but
That actually,
it's good in theory, but it did not work out because our neighbors are cunts.
To your neighbors,
Right.
apparently.
Our neighbors
You know what
are
I mean? Or
cunts.
to me, anyway. It seems courteous to your neighbors to me.
It was,
Because
yeah.
when I was coming up, dude, the punks that I was fucking running around with didn't give a shit. They'd play in your fucking living room. Like, they didn't fucking care.
No.
You guys were being very nice, I felt like.
Our house has gotten less torn up than any other house I've ever seen.
Yeah.
I mean,
Like, besides from one toilet they damaged, and somehow they fucking put marks in the ceiling. I don't know how they did it, but we were sitting around snorting some blow and fucking drinking beers, and I looked up and I was like, how the fuck they fuck up the ceiling? And everybody had to stop for a second. But other than that, everybody's very respectful.
Yeah.
One dude grabbed somebody's ass. One kid was way underage. He got really drunk. Other than that, we kicked him out. We kicked that guy out. And
I think I was there that night.
there were no problems. Like, other than that, there were no problems. It was great. It was wonderful.
It really was. I mean, it was more along the lines of like, it was like as a community of punk rock. I mean, we started running out of venues. Liberty DIY used to be like the main.
That's the whole reason we did it, because there was nowhere else to play.
Shed. I mean, then they're all
Local Metal's having the same problem. There's like 2 venues we can play, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, because like the mainstream venue.
I was gonna say Abby's leaving,
and that was like I joke about me sitting there being drunk, but it was more like we can't go to the what was it the dungeon or whatever, the lair. That one thing where we first saw Noogie, and then there was all these other places.
That was,
and it became
Lion's
only
Den.
the shed.
Lion's Den.
Then it became only the shed, and then only Midway, and then only the shed. And I was like, well, we got a great fucking spot. Like, fuck it. Fuck it. Like,
and you did. It was a great spot.
Not only do I not want to go anywhere, but I want to see shows, and I want to see them more. Like, so the shed will have a show, and then we'll have a show. Like, that was the whole point, was that they would just go back and forth. And,
yeah.
And what was cool is, like, you guys didn't advertise shows ever. It was always like, hey, we're going to be here on Friday. Like, you had to know a dude who knew a dude.
Here's the flyer, show the fuck up.
Yeah.
And then there would still be, like, 70 people at the house.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I mean, because, like, when you're posting it out like that, like, say, if you put it, like, on Facebook, like, yo, I'm going to be at so-and-so place and blah, 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 and the fucking laws get on there, and they're also they're at your house at, like, 8:30 p.m., you know what I mean? And we've had that happen in other spots where we're kind of like, okay, we'll keep it in the scene or whatever, and we've been going to shows for, like, what is it, like 2 years?
Since I met you,
yeah, about like 2 years, you know. So we already knew.
We've been going to shows a lot longer than that, but I've only known him.
DIY's gone. Come to our house. We're already fucked up. So it's you know what I mean? Because it started off with just we were having porch parties and all the homies were coming by, and then before you know it, like there was one point where we were like way fucked up, did a shitload of cocaine, we're listening to Guar, and then like we're just like, yeah, we can do shows here.
And then next thing I know, there's like 30 people, and we're like, well, why don't we just have a because we're already partying with 30 people. Like, what's another 30, 40 people?
Talk about being fucked up with your boy and having that conversation. You know it's not going to go anywhere. And then like 2 weeks later, there's like 80 kids in your fucking house. You're like, this is fucking badass, dude.
It's like, I don't know who this band is, but he's bleeding everywhere.
Yeah, dude. You know, oh no, we've had that too. And it was like our biggest worry was like something bad was going to happen. Like, oh, dude, some guy's going to get way fucked up, or some dude's going to be a fight.
Even the one kid that got way too fucked up was really respectful.
Not even that bad. But you know what? The easiest 86 I've ever given anybody, bro.
And I mean, like, and I've played a bunch of like house venues and just I've played like swimming pools and just weird shit. And you always know like the vibe of a place when you roll in, and the shit house actually had a good vibe. Like everything.
That's the thing is it was
friendly.
You know it was so short lived, but there was something about it that nobody could explain. But it was just like you came to the shit house and you're like, this is gonna be awesome.
So we played there like what 3-4 weeks ago.
Something like
was that the last show? It was.
It was.
No shit. And you know what's fucked up is I had to work.
Right
I didn't even get to be at my own venue for the last 5
That's why I didn't.
I missed the last 3 shows at my own fucking venue. Dude. So I didn't even get to be there to enjoy it.
On the up, though, we had a really hardcore, angry, depression, drunk going on right after we got the phone call from the people. And we're like, okay, so we're no matter what, we are not getting a renewed lease because they already know a bunch of punks live there.
Right.
So we're like, well, December's going to come, and then we're going to move anyway. So once we get the spot locked down, like the month before, and then like that month comes, and we're like, okay, this is it. We're going to throw a massive show there. Like, because the shit's already moved out. You know what I mean?
Like, we're going to make sure we already have another place that we're on the lease living there. And
what you're saying is that friendly vibe I was just talking about might be like
they can keep
out
the deposit.
window on that
one.
No, something might be on fire. But, you know,
like,
they can keep the deposit.
Punks out of their house, they'll tear that shit down.
Oh, hell yeah, dude.
Now we're gonna. Well, this podcast already kind of fucked us, but we're not gonna advertise this moving out party. But still, we're gonna be at Last Blow at the shit house, and people are gonna be like, "Oh fuck, it's the Last Blow at the shit house."
I know.
Oh shit.
We're like fucked up, dude. And we're talking about it. And he's like, "But you can't tell him it's the last one, otherwise we will not get the deposit back." I'm like, "We're not getting the deposit."
No,
back.
I didn't say we wouldn't get the deposit back. I said you can't tell them it's the last one. They're gonna destroy the house. They're already gonna destroy the house. They're gonna destroy it more if you tell them it's the last show
because they're down. Yeah, like let's be real. You know.
Well, we had a great time playing at your place.
Thank y'all for
fun.
There was
we loved having y'all.
There was like dogs in the mosh pit having a blast. Those were having fun, man. It was great.
Crowd
the
was
couch
killer.
on the back porch, all that shit.
So you know, like we
When I rolled up,
brought
some
out
kid
the
was-
red lights. It looked all like hell inside
It
your
was
house.
way badass, dude.
And
It was fun.
yeah, you guys were amazing to us. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, I
And
mean,
that's
I
why I
walked
wanted
up.
to bring
I'd
you
never
out.
met you before. I walked up. You like handed me a beer, shook my hand. You're like, show me inside. Don't mind this kid passed out on the porch. That was funny as hell.
Oh, we never met many of these people. I would show up like they would get the show ready, and I would show up to work, and the shit would already be going down, and I would just walk up, and like 3 people would hand me a beer. They're like, "Hey man, welcome to the show." I'm like, "Dude, this is my house." They're like, "Well, here's another beer." I'm just like, "Oh fuck, let me go change." Armful of beer and shit.
It was like first day of the month.
I come
Like,
out of
oh,
my room,
shit.
someone's like, "Hey, tap me on the shoulder. Hey, dude, come do this blow real quick." I'm like, "Well, I'm not gonna say
No
no."
shit. I mean, it was like, because we had all of our bathrooms blocked off, but our personal bathroom ended up being like an MVP room, and I felt bad.
because my room was the coolest room because our AC's broke as fuck. Scott Brown.
On a meat cleaver, by the way, because we didn't have a mirror, so we had to keep it fucking hardcore, And it's not so much that we were all about the drug use. It
Find
really wasn't
something
even
to
that.
that.
It was
I mean,
Right?
you're doing cocaine off a meat cleaver. How is that not cool?
It's really hard to not be
That's an
that
album
way.
cover
yeah,
right there.
Dude,
Yeah.
like that
Yeah.
gangrene shit.
Right?
You talk about a cleanup day on a Sunday. We're walking in, that bitch like, I didn't even leave that in here, dude. Why? What is this film on our toilet? Like,
Oh no, the best thing was waking up on like a Saturday morning and I have work and I'm just like, fuck.
who are these people on my
Fuck.
living room floor?
And then I come home Saturday
Where'd I
to
go?
like 8 people sitting on my porch drinking. It's like this place isn't getting cleaned up for a couple days.
No.
That's
Fuck
a fact,
it.
too. No,
Fuck
every
it.
time you'll ever saw a show happen, a video of a show, the show y'all played, literally that took 3 days to recover from before it looked like a normal house and smelled like it. Not that it looked like it.
It was hot as
shit.
fuck in there. It
Bro.
smelled like balls.
Oh
Yeah,
my
because
God.
we got like 3 people not on the lease and 4 dogs on the lease, so the AC's
bro.
broken, so we can't
Like,
really call them.
I smelled
Right.
your
Can't really
ass
call them.
3 days after you left.
I'm sure.
I'm just saying, dude.
No, I remember.
Hey, I'll tell you right now, it
Smoked a
smelled
cigarette
it
when I came
smelled
back in.
wonderful.
When I came
I
back
remember
in.
the smell of your ass, and I wasn't even there.
Right.
When I walked in the door, I was like, "What's that stench?" He was like, "That's so and so." I was like,
I can see him.
Right?
"I want this as a cologne."
Oh my god, no, it was true. It was true though, and like everyone was like, "Oh man, it's so fucking hot in here," and like, dude, like, because we don't have AC,
Right.
So that's one thing a lot of people never knew coming to the show because our shit blew out in like December,
Right.
So when December blew out, we just like I don't know. We told them like, "Hey, dude, can you come fix our AC or our shit's fucked up?" And they were like, "Yeah, well, we're gonna send a guy." And we're like, "Okay." And then like 2 weeks goes by, we're like, "Hey, buddy, it's 95 degrees. Like, we got that AC guy," and he was just kind of like, "Oh yeah, I'm sorry about that. We got really busy. We got a guy. We got a guy." I'm like, "Who the fuck is this guy?" Because he's like either
114 fucking degrees.
That's
in
what I'm
his
saying.
house,
Either
man.
he's an alcoholic and never made it to work, or some other shit's going down. He's got a double life we don't know about. So like we have all these punk shows.
Probably just in your bathroom doing blow off a
Bro,
meat
dude,
cleaver.
I'm serious, dude. You know what I mean? Like, where's it at, bro? And like what's worse about it is like, it was the second or third show we had Bad Hombres was gonna headline. We're like, fuck
Right.
yeah, dude, we get some metal in there, it's gonna be dope. Fucking like, I'm talking within like 3 songs, the fucking drummer's like killing it, and all of a sudden he just stops and there's
Yeah,
no
but
drum
that-
beat.
that
He
wasn't the-
vomited
that
in
wasn't
the
the heat.
corner and then just went back to it.
That wasn't
It was
the
fine.
heat.
I've done that.
They were supposed to play a show in Dallas, and they went, and they were told they weren't going to play. So they basically stayed, and because they're all Hispanic, they all just shot tequila. And this was their words. They drank tequila until they had to leave to come back to Denton. And so
right.
that's why he puked.
That's why they're welcome back every time.
Right.
Yes, they are. Yes, they are.
That's just good showmanship.
We welcome
Well,
back.
yeah, I would-
He didn't even, like, he didn't even miss a beat. I
Yeah.
remember seeing him puke. It was bleh. Like just
That's
nothing.
impressive.
You should have seen the way it looked in the morning, though, after the fucking.
Oh,
thing.
it's great.
Baked
It's
it
great.
a little bit.
It smelled wonderful. It
Oh,
baked
yeah.
in the sun.
Yeah, it was a nice wholesome peach color.
Well, I'm
I mean,
gonna tell
but
you
what's-
this.
good.
Here's my thing: is what are you gonna do when you basically have people squatting in a house with only one person on the lease? We got fucking 3 dogs more than what's on the lease. Like, what are
That's
you gonna
5
do? You gonna
dogs,
call
by
them
the
and
way.
come and fix fucking AC? No.
No.
You're gonna
No.
nut up, shut up, deal with it, and hopefully the next house.
We're
is
gonna
AC
kick 'em
that's
out.
better.
But that's not the. I mean, most of the punk underground, like either house parties or collectives or whatever that we've played. Not that we've done a ton, but like 5 or something like that. Is they're all that way?
Yeah,
It's
that's
like-
what I fucking love about it.
Like-
Honestly,
like one of
Like,
them-
you can't call maintenance because you got 8 people.
Did you guys
living
ever
with
go
you.
to the Phoenix Project in Dallas?
I've been there. I
Way
went
back
there
in the day.
once.
Yeah.
Once, and it was awesome.
It was
Until
awesome,
some dude
but that
stole my
might
40.
have been the hottest show I've ever played because
Yeah.
you played on concrete, like in the garage, and no AC, and people packed in, and like one little fan of like 1/4 of an inch high, and that was it. Like it felt like it was like 300
So that's why
degrees.
people said that the shed
So
was
your
better.
guys just felt like cool. Like
Well, that's why people were like, "Oh, the shed would have been better." I'm like, dude, I've been in the shed 1,000 times, and no, that motherfucker gets
and
hot.
that's what's fucked up because Joe is our
Because
best
we have
friend.
way more room to cram 50
Like,
people, but you're
we
cramming
love
50 people
all
in the
of
shed.
them, but like even like they would come to a show at the shit house and be like, "Holy fuck, I can see the band and not be in a pit. This is great."
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, no,
you
that's
know?
the deal about house parties is you just cram. It's nuts to butts, man.
Oh, dude, yeah.
No, this
Oh,
one, you
God,
had room
yeah.
to mosh, you had room to stand, and then you had room to stand in the back and still see the band.
We played. What was the name of that place, Jay? One of the house parties we did. The one that was like super fucking packed. Dane Manor. We did Dane Manor way back when.
oh yeah, didn't you get some video from that?
We did, and the video looks great because everybody's fucking crammed in there.
Right.
Like, it looks great, but there's a couple of times you can see my face. Every time somebody bumps me, I'm like, I'm going to punch you in the fucking face.
Should have done it. Should have done it.
Getting moved out of the way. Every time somebody walks in the door, you can see him just like having to move his base. And he's
Dude, just crack someone in the face and
I
keep
shoved
playing.
the dude real hard, and I kind of felt bad because he knocked over all these speakers and shit. But at the same time, like, I'm fucking playing, and man, if you've ever seen my bass, it's fucking huge.
Yeah.
And it's got a headstock on it that is not unlike an axe blade. And it's just like anytime someone would walk through, I had one guy stomp on my pedal, and I just kind of like sliced him with the fucking
Like a
headstock.
little tap, like, "Hey, you're in my bubble, bro."
It made for great video and shit, but like that whole time, I'm like grating my teeth. I was like, I'm gonna fucking kill somebody.
Y'all ever heard of Peelander Z?
Yeah.
Okay, so I was at one of their shows not too long ago at fucking Dan Silverleaf.
Oh,
And you know, like I'm doing my thing, I'm drunk, I'm having fun, and I was bumping into people, and I was apologizing. Well, this one cunt fucking starts like grabbing me by the throat, trying to like throw me on the ground and all this shit. After a while, I get fucking pissed off enough that I just like, I grab him and I tag him real quick in the face. I was like, fucking stop. Like, just stop
You
it.
may be the only person that's ever punched somebody in the face at Dan Silverleaf.
Well, I didn't really
bought
punch
him
him.
a beer.
I
Like
didn't,
spoon-fed drunk.
I didn't really
Like,
punch him. I just gave him a quick little bop, like just a
Little
little
jab.
bump.
Yeah.
And then I pulled him
Pay
in
attention.
close, and I said, fucking stop. Well, he kept doing it. Well, he did it again, and I excused myself, and then all the bouncers and all the bartenders saw it, and they kicked him out, blah, blah, blah. Well, we're at fucking Killers a few weeks after that, and this dude is wearing a Peelander Z shirt, telling my homeboy who was there that I sicked on him.
Wait.
No.
This is
That
part
he
two.
wasn't at the show. Now, it gets even better because y'all have heard of Blotout, right?
Yeah.
Well, Chris Blotout was at the Killer Tacos that same night when I saw him again, and the dude that was punching me and fucking with me and grabbing me by the throat was telling Chris Blotout, like, I'm so sorry I grabbed you by the throat.
Real quick.
I'm so sorry I did this. I'm so sorry I made you punch me in the face. And Chris was like, I didn't punch you. Now, I didn't know all this happened. So I walk up and I see him talking shit to my friends. I'm like, fuck you. He's like, oh, you're going to talk shit about you punching me in the face. I'm like, cause I did.
Right.
And unbeknownst to me, you've told multiple people that you got punched in the face.
Real quick,
You're hyping my
there's some
story, dude.
details
Like-
to this. So when that happened, okay, all right. So like the Peelander Z show happens. I remember he came home drunk as fuck. Crazy shit happened. He tells me that he punched the guy in the face. Right, you get the whole lowdown on that. So like the Killer Tacos incident, like, just kind of happened to happen, if that makes any sense. Like, somehow the stars aligned that we were supposed to meet him
He
again.
came home from selling someone weed and was like, hey, guess who I saw?
I know,
Killers.
yeah, no.
Let's
Just
roll
go-
up. The whole crew was at the house. We're all drinking. There was like 10 of us. We're like, let's go to Killers.
Homie hits me up. He's like, yo, dude, I need 2 G's of weed. I'm like, okay, dude, I'm going to be up there, bro. I want to see the show. I want to see you. I'm going to come up there, right? So I go up there. I'm all booted and braced out, fucking just like, I'm the only skinhead in Denton, so I got to be all fucking doing my shit.
look like this.
So I fuck off and go sell the fucking G's. I see Chris Blotout from Blotout. I'm like, yo, what's up, brother? So we're talking, we're drinking, you know, whatever the fuck. And like, so when I get really drunk, I happen to grab people that I don't know and just include them in my good time.
Fucking stupid.
I do it all. No,
I'm
it's
trying to
chronic.
tell him. I'm trying
Bro,
to
it's
tell him.
chronic. It's chronic. I'm like, hey,
so
what's
fucking
going on,
fast.
dude? Let's drink a fucking
You're
beer,
making
right?
friends or enemies
I
right
would
then.
obliterate your goddamn forehead for that
Bro,
shit,
I'm
dude.
telling you, dude, because God was just walking by. I'm like, what the fuck is up, dude? Like, how's your fucking night? And he's like, oh, hell yeah, right? So start talking. And then, like, the badass shit starts to happen because he starts unfolding to me the same story they got from my boy about fucking Dan Silverleaf. And then, like, but I'm hearing it. I'm like, all right, maybe there was another fight in Dan Silverleaf. Like, all right. So it was like,
But he also
like, man,
confused Chris
I
Bloodhout with
guarantee you that
me.
was not
Oh,
it.
dude, I know.
Like
I know.
fucking spoon
Like
fed
he
trying to-
admitted getting punched in the face and all of that shit happened,
No, he
but not
didn't.
me. It was
This is
Chris
so-
Bloodhout that did it.
My favorite part of this whole thing was the guy's girlfriend. The guy's girlfriend that was there. You could tell she had her head on straight, like she was just into going to live shows or whatever. Got with this guy who was just like not about handling his life or whatever the fuck. That's what it seemed like. That's what it seemed like. Because like he's always like, yeah, man, I went to the fucking Peel Energy show because he's wearing the shirts. That's why I brought it up, right?
Right.
Like, oh, Peel Energy, fuck yeah. He's like, oh yeah, I was Dance Timberleaf. I'm like, oh man, so was my boy. Dude, he got in this fucking fight and blah blah blah. And all of a sudden, the dude like changed his fucking face. He's like, so what was your boy's name? Like, what do you look like? You know what I mean? I'm
You
just
look like the dude that punched you in the fucking face.
right? And like, so as like I'm telling the story that I heard, he's telling the story he heard. We both think it sounds alike. Turns out that it is. And like, he was like, yeah, man, this guy was being a real fucking prick, and just like, he was getting real too violent in the punk rock pit, and like, I just didn't like it, so I kept handling up on him, and I'm like, okay, so we are talking about the same guy. He's like, well, my boy told me that that's not how that went down. And whenever you were grabbing him, he punched you in the fucking face, and because you were being such a drunk dick, that the Dan Silverleaf bought him a beer afterwards after he beat your ass.
Do you know how
like
shitty you have to be?
I know. And it gets worse because that's not the first time. When he got punched in the face, he came back. But our lead guitarist is a fucking almost 7 foot tall bald man.
So hold on. So after I punched him, he came back and grabbed me like from behind and tried to choke slam me. I got out of it, threw him down, and I walked over to my guitarist, who's about 6 foot something. Just pulled his shirt real quick and pointed at that motherfucker. Set his beer down and just
fucking Huey
just
right
swelled
there.
up and got in his face, and the dude tailed it.
He's like, you don't want to do that, bro. And he's like, no, I don't.
Like,
no, I don't want to.
I don't want to get tackle fucked by a truck of
it was-
swords.
Our guitarist didn't even know
yeah.
what was going down. He just knew that I grabbed his shirt, pointed at him. He's like, fuck it. Fuck it.
And the guy's like 42, dude. Like, and my boy's got old school. She's like, what the fuck is up, bro? And he's like, so.
Buddy is down as
So, yeah, no, he really is a guy, dude.
have to be.
You can't take the hood out of the guy, dude. It's great.
Like he was homeless in the late 80s and early 90s with all that, like, adolescence punks and all that shit. Like, he was
Dude's
there
real
at the
deal,
height
dude.
of the shit. Yeah.
It's dope. So what ends up happening is I'm sitting there with me and Chris Bloodhout are just talking to this guy, and then all of a sudden we both find out that the stories are matching. All right, so you're that fucking guy.
Right.
Well, he also
And, like,
thinks that
his
I'm Chris
girlfriend-
Bloodhout.
Yeah. And his fucking girlfriend is like sitting there like, yeah, the guy was being kind of a dick or whatever, blah, 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 blah. And then he's like, yeah, well, and like I told him about the fucking Dan Silverleaf being like, no, he was a dick, and that's why they bought him a beer after he punched you in the fucking mouth because you're being a cunt, you know? And he's like, yeah, well, I don't give a fuck what people think about me. And his girlfriend, all right, so like real quick, just so y'all know what Chris, I don't know if y'all know Chris from Bloodhout. The dude
met him.
benches 275. He's a fucking monster.
Oh,
He
right
looks
on.
like a me ate a me and like fucking isn't a punk rock. So the dude's like massive as fuck. And like the whole time, like, that's my boy. So he's just like, are we gonna hit this guy in the fucking mouth? Or is like, is this cool? And I'm kind of like, no, he's like, you know, I'm like, I'm cracking jokes. It's fine. You know what I mean? The guy got punched in the face. It's gonna be worse, you know? Yeah. And like, fucking, the guy, he's like, yeah, well, I don't give a fuck about people think about me. And then, like, I realized this chick was assessing the situation. This guy weighs 90 pounds. Okay, he's a tiny little dude. He's got long hair. He's a Denton fucking I go to live music kind of guy, right? So he says that shit, and then immediately his chick, because I respected his chick because she knew what the fuck was up. She fucking looked at me and then looked at Chris and looked at him and was like, why you gotta say shit like that, man? Like, just chill the fuck out, dude. Like, you don't gotta fucking be saying shit like that right now, dude, you know? Because I'm like, there's like 2 guys here that's about 600 pounds a man right there, right in front of us. Like, you need to chill. So we didn't. So
The moral of this story is read the fucking room.
read the fucking room. I'm like, dude, like, come the fuck out. I'm like, I mean, I'm a big dude. Fucking Chris is bigger than me, okay? Like, he makes me look like I don't go to the gym. Because I don't.
Here's the funny part of all is like, I've gone out with all these people and I've gone all this shit, and nobody fucks with Dane.
Right?
Dane's big. But they
I'm
see
really
me,
not.
and I get in the pit.
Smiling, though.
I know,
That's why
dude,
nobody.
like,
He's a friendly dude.
All these motherfuckers see me, and they see me get on the pit, and out of nowhere, I'm like getting clocked in
They
the face.
fuck with him so
and I'm like,
bad.
what the fuck? And I sincerely believe it is because I can take a fucking hit. And they see me in the pit, and they're like, "Oh, fuck this guy! He's throwing elbows." I'm like, "No, I'm not."
Well, that
elbows,
and you look
dude.
like a sweet boy,
Right?
Dude.
like I would mug you if I didn't love you. So
What it is, like, this guy could be mean mugging somebody, and then they're gonna look at me going, "Why the fuck are you looking at him?" I'm like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" And the next thing you know, I got some motherfucker up my ass. Like, I've gone, and he's seen it. I've gone nights where I don't even look at this person, and the next thing I know, I got someone poking me in the chest, going, "What the fuck's your problem?" I'm like, I don't know, dude.
he's got that fucking.
Hey,
man, like-
play.
I'm just saying, I just met you. I like you. You're a funny dude, but I would like if I didn't hear you talking and meet you, I probably want to.
He's got a
Right,
he's got a
right,
fucking
like,
face.
people
You got a
just wanna
punchable
fight you.
face.
He's got a fucking
People
face.
just wanna
Like, you
fight
see
me.
it, you're like, wow, you're a fucking cunt. And
And here's the
like,
problem: is that I can take that punch. You may rock my shit, but you're not knocking me out. But
After
I'm
that,
like,
we'd be
oh,
friends.
Fuck, that really hurt. Shit,
Best
now I'm
part,
gonna fight
best
you.
part of that whole
Like-
thing. Well, so we leave, right? We leave, and we go back to the shit house, and the entire crew is there. Like, I'm talking to everybody in the bands, everybody that fucks with the shit house. Like, I mean, everybody's wasted, literally. Like, I just left. Like, we were having our own party, and I was like, hey, I gotta go sell some weed. I'll be back. Come back an hour and a half later. Fucking the entire crew, which is like fucking 12 people. I come back, I'm like, yo, dude, the guy that was talking shit, he's totally there right now. He's talking shit. So everybody's like drunk as fuck, like, oh, hell yeah. So, like, 12 people, I'm talking, mind you, like, we live around the corner from Killer Tacos, like a block.
2-minute walk.
So, like, 12 drunk ass punk rock people just were like, fuck it. We're going to roll up there deep as fuck. And
All right,
like,
hold up. I'm going to stop you right there. We got to take a real quick break. So this story to be continued. I really want to hear what happened after that shit.
It's
So
a cliffhanger.
exactly.
It's very anticlimactic.
All right, but this one goes out to Mom's punchable face. Here.
Yo, oi.
We will be
Piece of
right back
shit.
with Warlord Radio.
Golden darkness, feel the doom. Time flies, they die. The heavens bleed, a morning star.
back. The proprietors of the former shit house and whatever they're going to do next. These guys are quite drunk. They got stories. So when we last left them in the middle of this drama, they were rolling en masse with Elmer's glue in their hair and fish hooks and bullshit in their pockets to a taco joint.
Locks on a bandana. Fish hook bullshit. Not a pussy.
So where we left off was the fact when I told everybody at the shithouse crew about what was happening at Killers, and what ended up happening, it was 12 punk rockers rolling off screaming cock spars. What was it? Fucking
take them all. Take them all. Take them all. Light them up against the wall.
Yeah, whatever, right. So we're screaming that. We're screaming football songs on the way up. We ended up getting an altercation with this guy because we rolled in deep as fuck. And then what ended up happening is the guy started talking shit because I guess he had a pride issue, which, by the way, when we rolled up deep as fuck, I watched that girlfriend he had leave immediately.
Yeah.
Well, and he also
he was like, fuck you, dude. Like
me, and then we all decided, sort of real quick. So we show up, we all hang out, and he sees me, and then we all decide to go to the bar, and he follows me, and he's standing right behind me. So I walk out for a minute.
Because he wants to know what's going on.
I'm wondering, like, where are my friends? And I show up to him yelling at my guitarist / friend, and then he sees me and goes, "Oh, you're the fucking bitch who said you punched me in the fucking face. That's fucking lying."
I would have looked at him dead in his eyes and be like, "You said that I."
That's what I said. That's what I said. I was like, he's like, "You're a fucking lying piece of shit." I'm like, "Really?" Because like 6 people at the fucking Dan Silverleaf said that I punched you in the face, and they were glad that I acted like an adult. So basically, long story short is, Killer Tacos people are hauling him off, and I break free from one of our friends to take a swing at him. Well, one of the Killers people throws me on their couch, and then once I'm on the couch, he feels confident enough to swing as he's getting drug away. So they kick him out, and they make sure he's out in the street, and then I turn around, and I was like, I need a beer. And we go to the bar, and they're like, "What would you like?" And I was like, "Holy shit!"
Like they didn't give a shit.
No,
they're like,
didn't.
"There's a lot of them
like,
here.
that
I think we're gonna let them drink."
asshole.
Right? We ended up taking up the back porch of Killer's Tacos like 45 minutes after they closed, and no one told us to leave.
All right, so what questions do y'all have for us?
All right, so want to talk to you guys about the scene because you guys are an important part of the Denton scene around here. But
unfortunately,
so knowing that a bunch of venues around here for metal, punk, and underground bands have closed down, where do you guys go to see shows? What's happening? What's going on?
Well, I mean,
basically
J&J's,
J&J's in the shed now after we're shut down.
They just reopened J&J's like not too long ago, and they started doing punk and metal.
No, but outside of that in the shed, man, there's. And that was the whole point of us doing the shit house, but like the cops are one thing. Like fuck the cops, we could get a noise permit, but the landlord. It was the landlord called me on a Wednesday at like 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
Telling us to shut it down and going, "Hey, are there people living there that are on the lease?" I was like, "No."
Yeah, for real. I mean,
we have no extra dogs, bro.
That right there.
There's no one else here, I promise.
That right there was a very polite, "Hey, stop it." And I was like, "Well, if we have another show," he's like, "Hey, man, only the cops care about a permit." I was like, "You have a point."
Yeah.
Right.
So it was a very polite, "Stop it, or you're not going to have a house."
So, I mean, what the future is looking at for the scene is it's like, I mean, we have the shed, but I mean, we don't even know how long that's going to last. I mean, they get
the shed's been going since 2012.
Yeah, they have, but they also get a cops called on every fucking show, and it's all about not like, are they going to come? It's when they're going to come.
When are they going to come?
Because, I mean, the show normally ends like, what, like midnight, 11 o'clock, some shit like that.
Well, that's the thing. It's like,
they're there at like 9:45, dude, like on the dime every time.
We had an acoustic show. And
so
the cops showed up about
showed up at the acoustic show?
at 10:30.
Yeah.
So that means somebody called the cops about 9:30, 10. So that means they didn't even get late.
We had
on a Saturday night, didn't even get late, and they called the cops at about 10 o'clock.
Yeah. So
our neighbors are just cunts.
Yeah.
And here's the great thing is we're across the street from like Medical Plaza and all this shit. So we only have about 5 neighbors.
Right.
Like immediately.
Only
But
takes one, right?
From what they
2
told us.
out of
None
those
them.
5 neighbors not only called the cops, but also called the landlord and bitched about us.
So
but no,
like,
it's moving to Denton, man. Or
so
Dallas,
I mean, like
Dallas.
Dallas.
I mean,
This is what it is. Is everything's gonna have to
Everything
go
seems to be
actual
kind of
venues.
shifting that way, which sucks because
Well,
DC.
everything's
It
gonna go
does,
to
but I
actual
mean,
venues.
everybody's
The
kind of
house
like buying
venues
new
are dying.
houses though.
So hold
they
on.
are.
Go ahead.
Everybody's buying new houses though. So like the talk amongst all the punks in Denton is like, all right, so what the fuck is next? Because I mean, we already know that the shed is fucking on the fucking thin line. That's not gonna last. It's fucking not. You know what I mean? You can't be playing D beat at fucking 10:30 p.m. on a Wednesday, and they do that all the time. You know what I mean? It's just
Right.
gonna
You
happen.
guys should just like start
Well,
your
that-
own
that-
skid
that was-
row,
that
like
was
where
a
a
shit
shitload
house.
of you rent
Well,
fucking houses
No,
in a row.
that was part of the
That's
shit
what-
houses. The shit house only happened on Friday and Saturday to not piss off the neighbors.
Right.
And it worked for a minute, but we got some new neighbors here and there, like all around us.
Changed it.
And they were not happy.
Yeah.
All the like our first show, one of our neighbors showed up and said, "Hey, I saw your trash can's empty. Put all your trash in my trash can."
Yeah, like
'Cause you're gonna have a
and
lot
that's
of
what's
beer
dope about
cans.
Denton. We'll get people like
He
that.
drug his trash can up to us, let us empty our trash
Oh yeah,
can.
he's badass.
And then
too,
he
by the
showed
way.
up and had a beer with all of us.
So
Nice.
what
But
we're
now we
ending
got
up
new
with.
neighbors and they don't fucking like it.
Yeah, what
So
we're ending up
everybody's
with
just
the
gonna have
punk
to go to
scene
Dallas.
is it's like we're in this
Or Andy's
consistent
or
like
whatever.
problem with the police, and the police are starting to get to the point where like they're being cool in a way, as in like they like we don't want to shut you down,
Yeah.
but it's like everyone in the neighborhood is coming at them really fucking hard. So it's
Right.
for fucking music venues, it's like, dude, we only have J&J's is like a legit venue,
Yeah.
which is not the best because you got a fucking pillar right in the middle
There's
of
a fucking. You're right under the pizza.
like yeah, so you can run around it or whatever the fuck, but it fucking sucks. So like for all the fucking underground shit, we're just like, oh fuck, well what are we gonna do now? We have fucking Joe in the shed, but we don't have fucking anything else going on. So now we got to find new fucking spots, and then even when it does come, they can't even be a solid spot. It's got to keep fucking moving constantly.
I hate saying this, but it's not the cops' fault.
Yeah.
Because
It's
every
not.
time the
It's what's
cops
worse
came
is
to
not.
the shit house,
Yeah.
they were fine. They were fine. Like the first time the cops got
They
called
gave
to
you
the
a
shit house,
permit to play more sense.
she didn't even. Yeah, we were giving more. Like they did not care. It's not the cops. It's the fucking people in this town, which is bullshit because this is supposed to be such a liberal.
No,
cool fucking
it was.
town. But no, it's
It
not.
has changed.
Yeah,
It's
it
changed.
apparently has.
Thank you,
which
Trump.
I never lived here, but no, it's apparently
It changed
it's not.
way the fuck before Trump. This shit started about 8
So
years
it's not
ago, and
even
it's
the
gone
problem with the
downhill
cops.
ever
No
since
shit.
then.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Yeah, like,
Yeah,
oh,
dude.
yeah.
Like,
Oh,
you
yeah.
know who fucked this
Oh, yeah.
town up
It's
was
the people.
Jason Lee, the motherfucker that played in My Name is Earl. That's who fucked this town
Yeah.
up.
No, what
Oh,
is,
he's
we're
buying
gonna
up the square left
repackage.
and
Oh, I know.
Panera
This is a hot
punks.
take, man. Fuck Jason Lee.
Yeah, it's and I know it sucks because we're all punks, we're all ACAB and all that, but really, every time I've dealt with the cops and I've gone out there and I've been fucking, there was one night I just did a fucking like 4 rock star lines, pounding fucking 40s, and I walk outside, and as I walk out of my room, just doing fucking fresh lines on my nose, someone's like, "There are cops outside." I'm like, "Oh shit, oh shit!" And I go out there and I'm like, "Hey, look, you got some noise complaints, and like we really don't care, but you know, like we've had noise complaints on you before, and we just think you just, you know." They were like, you know, just I was like, "Do you want us to shut it down?" They're like, "Well, we don't think you should, but the next cop that gets called out here might not be so nice, and I know there's a lot of people under there underage, and everyone's drunk, and you know, if they leave, blah blah blah." And I was like, she was like, just you know, the next cop may not be so nice. I was like, you know what? I appreciate that shit. So it's not the fucking cops. It's the fucking people in this fucking town.
well, let me ask you this. What about the bands? Because Dane, I know you got a band. Tell us about it, and also tell us like what are the bands
we're scared
you
to
guys?
practice in our own house. We're
what-
scared to practice in our own house.
What are the bands around here that
Well,
you dig that you want to plug
so-
and think are worthy?
I want to say that top
Filthy
on our home, yeah,
Filthy
Arsenal, Casual Relapse, we got
Blot Out.
Dagger Wound, Blot Out, dude, like fucking goddamn,
KO.
yeah, dude, no, KO,
Noogie.
no, because Liam Dowdy's out of that shit now. Noogie for sure. Noogie's been blowing up, dude. I mean, like, that's what's crazy about all this shit is it's such an oppressive environment to try and throw punk shows because we have all these guys. I mean, we're talking from hardcore punk to folk punk to ska punk. Shooting Czars is another one. That was like
Yeah.
my old band. They got a new guys
Yeah,
now.
that is Randall, yeah.
No, Randall, Monogamizer, dude.
Yeah.
Those guys are killer.
We play
dude.
with Monogamizer all. In fact, they've already been on the show.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, dude. You know, I mean, it's like as a music scene. I mean, dude, Casual Relapse is playing fucking.
We have so
real okay
much
tomorrow.
potential.
I mean, you know,
So much potential.
But our environment is literally on the verge of complete oppression, where it's like now every time you see a show happening in Denton, we are on the verge of going to jail.
But the sad thing is,
like,
not the
Joe.
cops.
Joe
It's
has
the
been
people.
tased.
It's the people of this town.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
That's
no.
what's fucking this up.
The
It's
cops
not the
literally
cops.
went to the shed.
It's the people. It's these people that think they're so liberal minded and all this bullshit, but then they won't let. Like, we
Kids have
never
a show.
threw trash
Oh, yeah.
in someone's yard. We never did none of this. But no, they're so liberal and they're so open minded. But they're gonna shut down a fucking punk rock show by not only calling the
But we're
cops.
not gonna stop
They
either.
called my landlord. I had multiple calls.
Yeah.
Like, they told me that we had multiple complaints against our house.
Well, we got to wrap it up, unfortunately, but I want you two and everybody at home that listens to Warlord Radio and everything, let's all have a drink to the shit house and another
And Working
drink.
Class
I heard
Cannibals.
that,
That's a
dude.
band that's
Cheers.
coming up.
And also the Working Class.
have a great fucking name.
Also, Blotout just put out a new album, and it's
Yes,
fucking
they
killer.
did.
So you need to go
Yeah?
check out our friend's fucking band right quick.
We'll,
'Cause they're going to be playing fucking tomorrow with Damage Case and Dog Company at 3 Links. So make sure you're
Nice.
fucking
Three
there.
If they've got
But also
sites and
keep
shit,
an eye
we'll
out
link
for
up all
Working
this
Class.
stuff
Hell yeah,
on
dude.
our stuff.
Hell yeah.
So,
So, dude, thank you guys so much for coming
Oh,
out,
no,
man.
Hey,
Thank you
thank
for
you
having
guys
us.
for getting
Thank you.
fucked up at our house, dude.
Yeah.
We appreciate
Thank
it.
you for
Dude,
letting us get drunk
That
and
was-
just ramble on.
that was
man,
the
the
real
whole
payoff
point.
here. You know what I mean?
Well,
All right.
maybe before you guys move and close down, maybe you'll let us come play like
Well,
an
here's the
acoustic
great
set.
thing. Our next house,
Like,
we're
'cause-
expecting to be a little more outside city limits.
Nice.
And
That'll
maybe
probably
have like
work
an
in your
acre.
favor.
Shit
Yeah.
show booking
And-
never stopped. I'm just
yeah.
gonna let y'all know that right now. Shit
We're
House
just
is down
stop- we're
for
just
now, but
stopped
Shit
for
House
now.
2.0 is all around the fucking corner.
There we
bro.
go.
Diesel
We
Beast
don't
will play
stop.
Shithouse
They can't
2.0
stop us
for
from
sure.
Hey.
You should just call it the number
Hey,
2.
cheers to
That's
Diesel
the number
Beast.
two.
Hey, I want to say cheers to Diesel Beast right quick because I've heard your album and it's the shit. By
Hey,
the way,
also-
Thanks, brother. Thank
It
you.
Thanks, Silver Tongue Devils, for playing on our fucking
Yeah,
house.
y'all
man.
are the
Yeah,
shit.
man.
Nah,
every
thank
time.
you so much for
The fact that we
being
could
great,
do something, yeah.
you know, being welcoming to us and, you know, letting us crash at your pad and coming out, being on our show here and talking about the scene. We really appreciate it. You guys have been awesome to us, and we look forward to fucking party with you guys in the
Hell
future.
yeah.
And the next
Cheers.
time we hang
The
out, we're
scene's
going to
been
get
awesome to
butt
us.
naked.
Hell yeah. Cheers, beers and fucking
So,
cops, dude.
Oi, oi, oi.
Hell Satan.
Cheers. All right, that's it for Warlord Radio. Thank you for tuning in. That was great stories about gutter punks and cleaver cocaine. All right, thank you very much. We'll just talk to you next time. Fuck, these guys were wasted, man.